How exactly can one live to 100 and still be happy and healthy? The secret might just lie in the groundbreaking research of Dan Buettner. In this video, we're going to explore Dan Buettner's remarkable discoveries about the blue zones, regions where people live extraordinarily long and healthy lives. We'll delve into his Power 9 principles, the 9 lifestyle habits common among blue zone inhabitants that you can incorporate into your life. If you've ever wondered about the formula for a life filled with more years and more joy, this is where you'll find your answers. Stick with us till the end, because what we're about to share could revolutionize the way you live, think, and age. Whether you're in your 20s, 40s, 60s, or beyond, it's never too late to start living a life that's not just longer, but fuller and richer. Let's start our journey by introducing a man who's been a game changer in the world of longevity, Dan Buettner. Dan isn't just any researcher, he's a National Geographic Fellow and a New York Times best-selling author. His fascination with longevity began with a simple yet profound question: why do some people live much longer than others? Dan Buettner set out to find the answer, and his quest led him to some of the most remote corners of the globe. He didn't just rely on hearsay or old wives' tales. His approach was grounded in rigorous scientific methods. By collaborating with demographers and epidemiologists, Dan was able to identify regions in the world where people not only live the longest, but also enjoy healthy, active lives well into their later years. These regions are what he famously termed the blue zones. The insights Dan Buettner gleaned from the blue zones have reshaped our understanding of aging and longevity. His findings aren't just fascinating, they're profoundly impactful. He published his research in a series of books, including The Blue Zones, Lessons for Living Longer from the People Who Lived the Longest, which became a key resource for anyone interested in the science of longevity.
Take the secrets of the longest lived people and apply them to your life.
His work goes beyond mere statistics and numbers. It offers a blueprint for living a longer, healthier life. As we transition from understanding who Dan Buettner is to what blue zones are, it's important to keep in mind the real-world impact of his work. His discoveries offer not just hope, but practical ways to improve our lives and well-being. You might be wondering, what exactly are these blue zones? Simply put, blue zones are areas around the world where people live significantly longer than average. These aren't mythical lands, but real places with real people who have managed to crack the code of longevity. These zones are scattered across the globe in diverse locations. They include places like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Icaria in Greece, and among the Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda, California. In these regions, it's not uncommon to find a high concentration of centenarians, people who live to be 100 or more. But it's not just about their age, it's about the quality of life they enjoy. They aren't just surviving, they're thriving, often free from the chronic diseases that plague many in the modern world. The significance of these blue zones cannot be overstated. They provide living proof that longevity isn't just a matter of genetics or luck. There are specific lifestyle factors and habits that contribute to a longer, healthier life. These zones have become the subject of intense study as scientists and researchers, including Dan Buettner himself, seek to understand what sets these populations apart. Each blue zone has its unique characteristics and lifestyle practices, but they also share commonalities. From the close-knit communities in Sardinia to the plant-based diets in Okinawa, there are lessons to be learned from each of these areas. By studying these populations, Dan Buettner has been able to distill the essence of their longevity into practical principles that anyone, anywhere can apply to their own lives. The Power 9 Principles. Now that we've journeyed through who Dan Buettner is and what blue zones are, it's time to delve into the core of his findings, the Power 9 Principles. These are the 9 lifestyle habits common among people living in the blue zones, and they might just be the keys to unlocking a longer and healthier life for yourself. Number 1. Move naturally. First up is move naturally. Forget about pumping iron or running marathons. The idea here is to integrate physical activity into your daily life in a natural way. Think gardening, walking, or even doing house chores. In blue zones, people don't necessarily hit the gym. They live in environments that constantly nudge them to move without thinking about it. Number 2, purpose. Next is purpose. It's all about having a reason to wake up in the morning. In Okinawa, this is called ikigai. In Costa Rica, it's plan de vida. Having a sense of purpose can add up to 7 years to your life expectancy. So what drives you? What gets you out of bed each morning? Number 3, downshift. Then we have downshift. Stress is a part of life, but it's how you manage it that counts. People in blue zones have routines to shed stress, like praying, napping, or attending a happy hour. It's about finding what works for you to reduce stress daily. Number 4, 80% rule. This one is about food, specifically stopping eating when you're 80% full. The idea is to eat less than you think you need. This practice, known in Okinawa as hara-hachi-bu, helps avoid weight gain and related health issues. Number 5, plant slant. Diet is a key aspect, and Plant Slant emphasizes a plant-based diet. Beans, whole grains, and garden vegetables are the cornerstones of most meals in blue zones. Meat is eaten sparingly, often as a side dish or in small portions. Number 6, wine at 5. Moderate and regular consumption of wine, especially with friends or during meals, is a common practice in many blue zones. Of course, this is about socializing. Number 7, belong. Whether it's a spiritual community or a secular group, belonging to some form of community can add years to your life. In blue zones, most people belong to some faith-based community, which research shows can add 4 to 14 years of life expectancy. Number 8, loved ones first. This principle is about prioritizing family. This can mean keeping aging parents and grandparents nearby, committing to a life partner, and investing in your children. Strong family bonds are a common thread in blue zones. Number 9, right tribe. Finally, right tribes refers to the social circles that support healthy behaviors. In Okinawa, they have moesis, groups of 5 people that commit to each other for life. Surrounding yourself with people who have healthy habits can have a significant impact on your longevity and happiness. Each of these principles offer a piece of the puzzle to a longer, healthier, happy life. They aren't about drastic life overhauls, but rather small, sustainable changes that can make a significant difference over time. These principles have been lived and proven by the longest-lived people on the planet. Creating your personal blue zone. Creating your own blue zone starts by integrating simple, sustainable lifestyle changes based on the Power 9 principles. Start with small steps. Choose 1 or 2 principles that resonate with you and gradually build up from there. Incorporate more natural movement into your day, whether it's walking, gardening, or cycling. It's about making physical activity an effortless part of your routine. Fostering strong social connections is crucial. You can talk to your friends about this video or go out and make new friends. Regularly connect with friends and family to build a supportive network that encourages healthy habits. Reflect on what brings purpose to your life and pursue activities that align with your passions. When it comes to diet, focus on mindful eating with an emphasis on plant-based foods, eating until you're comfortably full. Develop routines to manage stress, such as meditation, reading, or spending time in nature. Also, engage with your community through groups or volunteering, as belonging to a community contributes significantly to a sense of well-being and longevity. Creating your personal blue zone is about integrating these principles into your everyday life in a way that's practical and enjoyable. It's a journey towards not just a longer life, but a fuller, healthier one. Remember, it's about small, consistent changes that can make a significant difference in the long run. The Power 9 isn't just a set of principles, it's a roadmap to a more vibrant, healthier life. By understanding and applying these habits, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. We hope this video has inspired you to think about your own path to longevity and happiness. And, as always, remember to consult with your doctor before making any significant changes to your lifestyle. Here's to living a long, happy, and healthy life.